From domestic to deadly, the denizens of Krynn are nothing if not diverse. Welcome to another DragonLance Saga episode. My name is Adam, and today we're going to talk about some of the creatures that can be found in Krynn. Now, I'd like to take a moment and thank my collaborator patrons, the Heroes of the Lance, and invite you to consider becoming a patron or member of this channel by visiting the links in the description below. You can even pick up DragonLance gaming materials using my affiliate link. This is far from a complete list of all creatures, but it is a list of decidedly Krynnish ones. Apart from the majority of the typical Advanced Dungeons & Dragons races you'll find on Krynn, and even those that are specific to it, a player will inevitably run into other, more exotic species. Looking back through the original Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Dragonlance modules, it's fair to say that Krynn is ripe with a diverse array of creatures. During the Age of Starbirth, the gods of Krynn populated it with humans, elves, ogres, and dragons, but also all of the wildlife and vegetation. Once the Graystone was unleashed, even more species began to pop up. Let's examine some of the offshoots from the Graystone in addition to more exotic creatures specific to Krynn. As a blanket statement, I will be going into more depth about some of these creatures in future episodes. This is meant to be a general overview of some of the more interesting ones. The dragons of evil include the following. Black dragons, who are native to swamps or marshes, but are also found in subterranean lairs. Their breath weapon is acid. They are fiercely independent and thus are traditionally used as guards. Blue dragons typically dwell in caves and are found in desert and arid climates. Their breath weapon is lightning. They are more gregarious than their cousins and act well in units. Green dragons are often found in forested areas. Their breath weapon is a cloud of venomous chlorine gas. They excel at trickery and magic, used primarily for sinister purposes. And red dragons, well, they dwell wherever they want. Their breath weapon is flame. They are not inclined to follow orders, but obey Takesis whenever she calls upon them. And white dragons have adapted to colder climates and prefer them. Their breath weapon is a cone of frost. They're smaller than their cousins and are often used as scouts. The good dragons consist of brass dragons who inhabit sandy and arid regions. Their breath weapons are sleep and fear gases. They are affable and enjoy long conversations. Bronze dragons live near large bodies of water. Their breath weapons are a bolt of lightning and repulsion gas. They're incredibly interested in mankind and enjoy observing them. Copper dragons live in rocky and mountainous areas. Their breath weapons are acid and slow gas, and they are self-centered and incredibly fond of wealth. Gold dragons can live in any climate, but they prefer layers of stone. Their breath weapons are fire and chlorine gas. They believe they are the most majestic of dragons. And lastly, silver dragons enjoy being around other races of Krynn and at times prefer to take their forms. Their breath weapons are cones of paralyzing gas and frost. They enjoy helping both elves and humans. From good dragon eggs were created the Draconians. I've briefly described them in the Races of Krynn episode, so I will not repeat myself here. I'll be creating a video specifically about Draconians in the future, though. From the ogres, we have the Irda, Minotaurs, Giants, and Goblins. And after the Graystone, we see the Thanoi, Trolls, Kobolds, Hobgoblins, and Bugbears. Of course, the first creature you run across is Viewmaster Toda, a hobgoblin in DL1 Dragons of Despair. Since hobgoblins are a common Advanced Dungeons & Dragons species, and I covered Minotaurs, Ogres, and the Irda in the Races of Krynn episode, let's focus on the Thanoi, or Walrusmen. They are a bizarre blend of human and walrus. They are a vicious race, often killing for the sheer joy of it. They're also not above eating any meat they come across, alive or dead. They have tough, leathery skin covered with a thick layer of fat. They're immune to all forms of cold and attack with their tusks, in addition to weaponry. The animals of Krynn were not above being transformed through the Graystone, which spawned magical creatures like Pegasus and Griffons from them. Griffons are ferocious carnivores, half lion and half eagles. They dwell primarily in forested areas and are capable of ESP with elven royalty. They live in small groups and are the favored mounts of the royal families, though they distrust all other races. They may be one of the only species that do not fear dragons and will defend themselves from them. In addition, Krynn is populated with centaurs, dryads, and even unicorn, though only the forest master is called out. One special form of animal native to Krynn is the ice bear. They are carnivorous, primarily subsisting on fish. Their color is that of a polar bear, but more closely resemble cave bears in size and ferocity. The Thanoi actually use them to track over snow and ice. And skyfishers, they're aerial predators. They look like a cross between a giant bat and a vulture with long dangling feet. Humans on Krynn spawn gnomes through reorcs, and the Graystone caused even more change in the form of dwarves and their subsets of Thiwar, Hylar, Dewar, Dergar, Nidar, Klar, and Agar. The Graystone also created sirens and Shadowpeople from humans. Though Shadowpeople are rarely seen or even believed to exist, they have dwelled under sanction since before the Cataclysm. They exist exclusively underground as light actually harms them. Their body is covered in dark, smooth fur. They have large membranes under their arms connected to their flanks. This allows them to glide. They can also audibly communicate with squeaks and growls, but prefer ESP. They have two classes, warriors and counselors, and they live in clan societies. Elves are differentiated between Kagonesti and Sylvanesti, who then split to the Qualinesti in the Kinslayer Wars. The Graystone created the Dimernesti and Dargonesti elves. They both have webbed hands and feet. They possess gills and can actually breathe both water and air. They're also shapeshifters. Dimernesti can actually change into sea otters, and Dargonesti, they change into dolphins. From here, things actually get even more mysterious. Dream shadows are the creation of the Mind Spin spell. They take the shape of any real person or creature known to the dreamer. Though they are only illusions, they can be harmful by causing illusion damage. Dreamwraiths are violent creations of the subconscious. They take nearly any form. They were freed from the Mind Spin spell and attack the mind of their victims. They are swift and fanatical, and though they are only illusions, maintaining disbelief in them is nearly impossible. Now, if we wander into the abyss, you'd run across all manner of ill-conceived and shadowy creatures, including the Fetch. Now, they are simply referred to as harbingers of death. They can reach into Krynn through reflective surfaces like a pool or a mirror, and appear as haggard and deathly pale versions of the person gazing into the reflection. They are actually invisible, only seen in the reflection, so dealing with them can be a bit tricky. They also drain your life essence on touch. Spectral Minions are the spirits of humans or demi-humans who have died before completing a vow or quest. They are compelled to relive the events in death, trying to fulfill their purpose. They are bound to the areas of their demise as well. They're only dangerous if they died with a weapon in hand and are generally broken down into 6 categories: berserkers, guardians, philosophers, revelers, searchers, and warriors. A Fireshadow is a summoned creature from the lower planes. It is called by an evil cleric, taking whatever form is requested. It is composed almost entirely of flame, in a form like green slime. It will spread on touch, entirely consuming or controlling the attacked when covered. And that is all I'm prepared to talk about in this episode. Again, I'll return with more creatures of Krynn in future episodes. Do you have a favorite species that was not touched on? What about other creatures you'd like to hear about? And which ones deserve their own video? Leave a comment below. I'd like to once again invite you to consider becoming a patron or member of this channel, and you can pick up Dragonlance gaming materials using my affiliate link, all of which are in the description below. This channel is all about celebrating the wonderful world of the DragonLance Saga, and I hope you'll join me in the celebration. Thank you for watching. This has been Adam with DragonLance Saga, and until next time, remember, if I was going to leap headfirst into the mouth of a red dragon, I'd be happy to take you with me.